Hi, I'm Krista Smith. Welcome to the Toronto International Film Festival. I'm here with Steve Coogan and his film, which premiered at Venice and now is here at Toronto, starring Judi Dench and yourself. And you also wrote this movie as well, correct? Called Philomena. So how is it between the two festivals? I mean, you got great notices. They started talking Oscar immediately after Venice. The film was very, very well received, rolling into Canada. So tell me about it a little bit. How are you doing?
Well, I read an article in the newspaper 4 years ago in the Guardian newspaper that was about Philomena and about this book that Martin Sixsmith had written, and it moved me. I found it really moving, and I wanted to find a project to do, but I connected with it because it was about an old Irish lady about the same age as my mother. My ancestry is Irish. I'm second generation, so I felt familiar. The territory felt familiar to me. I felt I could work and talk about that and feel like I was equipped with a way to handle it. So we did that. That was a crucial aspect to it. But more than the book itself, which I optioned after I read it, with the help of Gabby Tanner, who's my co-producer and has held my hand throughout all this, was the story I wanted to tell. Wasn't so much about some sort of. I mean, it's not really a film about the church or the mistreatment of what used to be known as the Magdalene girls in the 1950s. It's just a story about two people, and the reason I think people responded to it so well is it's about humanity. It's about how you deal with having something bad happen to you. And also, it's an odd couple. The story I wanted to tell was a photograph in the paper I saw of Martin Sixsmith, the real Martin Sixsmith, sitting next to Philomena Lee. And I'd read the story that moved me and seemed so tragic, and in the photograph she was laughing. And he was very straight-faced, and I thought, why is she laughing? And it's this terrible thing happened to her. Of course, it was just a moment, but that to me was the key to the film. And how to tell that story, and so she. I knew that he was an Oxbridge intellectual, and she was a working-class Irish lady, and I thought that would be a rich scene to mine for naturally occurring comedy. And also, I wanted to find the comedy in it because the story is so sad that it could put people off, and if you tell people the bare bones of the story, it seems like a bit of a downer. So I sort of threaded in the script, with the help of Jeff Pope, my co-writer, threaded a lot of comedy throughout, and to give it levity, and people laugh actually even more than I thought they would. But it's strange because it's not a comedy, but there's lots of humor in it. The humor's just sort of makes the whole thing more palatable.
Well, this has been great. It's so good to see you, and thank you so much for coming in and talking about it. And I love the movie's been really well received, so
thank you. Thanks
good on you for that.